Hi there, May Flom here, and I am checking out the new Simon Says Stamp dies. Here are the heart dies, and you can see that you could cut them apart if you wanted to. Personally, I think for now at least I'm going to leave them together so that I don't lose track of them. But these are those real super thin dies that'll run through a lot of different kinds of machines. I personally have a Sizzix Big Shot. That's the only die cutting machine I have at the moment. So that's what I use on them. And so I can cut them out like I just went ahead and cut out all four, but of course I could cut them apart and cut them out one at a time if I wanted. Another one I'm using and loving here is this here is the Falling Hearts is what it's called. It's the Falling Hearts die, and you can see how it looks. What I love about this one is you can use it the whole thing, or you can just use a part of it. I've been playing around with it. On tags, you can see here one that I haven't quite punched all of the holes, the hearts out of yet. Here is a card front that I just started by kind of offset die cutting this, just kind of at an angle. And what I'm going to do with this one now is I'm going to blend in some colors of distress ink. And one of the things I like to do when I get a new product, like dies or stamps especially, is really just take some time to play around with them and kind of just no pressure. That's what I like. That's what I make cards and tags for. Cards and tags are my kind of no pressure craft zone where I'm just playing around, and you know what? Worst case scenario, I have to throw this little piece of cardstock away and I've wasted a little bit of ink. It's not, doesn't have to be a big thing, doesn't have to be high pressure, nothing like that. We're just having a little bit of fun. So I'll keep playing with this. And the other thing I want to show you is I've also got their heart stamps here, and I'm noticing that most of these do coordinate with those heart dies. Some of them a little different than others, so I found the easiest way to do it, go ahead and die cut the cardstock, and then take the stamp, put it on acrylic block, and you can see very easily because they're, you're using a clear acrylic block, and you can just stamp onto the die cut paper. And that's a lot of fun because that's saving me time from having to cut all those out. And you can see how many nice heart designs there are here. And I know these, this is kind of Valentine's time of year and everything, but for me, I use hearts year round. And so I find these really incredibly useful all the time. No matter what you're doing, if you're doing project life, if you're doing scrapbooking, card making, whatever you're doing, that's really the great thing about these Simon dies and stamps is that you can find a use for them for a lot of different styles and things. And this one I absolutely love. It's kind of funny because, in the front it looks like this, but when you pull it out of the package, the way that they're all stuck together, you could do some really cute things with creating kind of a border. If you were trying to stamp this in a straight line and you were having trouble keeping it still, you could use a very, very tiny amount of removable dry adhesive like tape runner or double-sided tape, very tiny amount, and you could adhere it down onto your plate before you go. And you can see this is a very well-loved, very much used one. I'm going to have to be replacing this one pretty soon. But anyway, you could totally do that where you glue it just with some temporary adhesive of some sort. Tape it down there. If you were wanting to do something where you didn't want it to swerve around, you're worried because it's so small and you wanted to do it maybe multiple times across something, that would definitely work. I think that one I'm going to have to use just like that on my next scrapbooking page. Okay, and last one I want to show you are these cute little kitty cats wishing you a perfect Valentine's Day. I think this one would be great for school Valentines. Be great for a lot of things. All of these products could be used. And one of the things I like is there's a few things that say Valentine's in here, but for the most part, these are going to work on all kinds of things. You can see there's a cute little dot strip right there. And I got my Valentine's manicure for the moment. That's not going to last too long. But wishing you a perfect Valentine's Day, I could pick these off and put them onto a stamp block. And this one's going to be a little bit too small, but you'll get kind of the idea. I can set these up on an appropriately sized acrylic block and turn it over to my child with an ink pad and, you know, a stack of card blanks and let them stamp their own Valentines. And I think that would be really super cute. And if I was going to do that, I would probably turn them loose, probably with my Hero Arts Shadow ink, maybe not navy blue for Valentine's, but I would either do that probably, or maybe some archival ink or something, a kind of ink that would definitely be really easy for them to do and get like a really rich, colorful stamp on. Of course, you could also set them loose with distress markers, and I could let the girls color the cats in, and boy, they could spend hours and days making their own Valentines. Or in fact, you know what? It sounds like so much fun to me. I'm probably going to end up doing my own coloring of these little kitty cats and making myself some Valentines as well. I hope you've enjoyed this quick little look at these great new Simon Says exclusives.